Right, welcome to Yin Yoga, and in today's class we're going to work on that triangular region from the knees to the low back and navel. So this hip area, upper thighs, low back, and a little bit of abdominals. Let's start with a leg extended seat. So you want to sit on a rolled up blanket or a bolster with the legs extended, toes curled back, have a strap nearby. And we'll do something with some blocks today. I'm just going to peel off a layer. I'm already warming up here. And notice what the back of the body feels like, the back of the legs, calf muscles, hamstrings. Try to sit near the edge of your seat so there's a forward tilt in the pelvis without causing the back to round. Tune into your breathing. Inhale. Exhale is my rate. Your rate might be faster or slower. And the next time you exhale, simply slide the hands towards the feet, not too far, just a little bit to enhance, amplify the stretch sensations in the back of the legs. And as you inhale, slowly slide back. Exhale, slide forward. Inhale, come back. So you're just feeling that tautness. We're going to do this 5 times. 2 more. One more. Inhale, come up, notice. And we're going to do one slight adjustment here. Take your blocks and try the lowest setting under the knees. So there's a slight support just under the knees. Toes curled back. So it's exactly the same posture except the blocks are propping up the back of the knees. And once again, with 5 forward folds, exhale, inhale, come up. And I want you to notice what the blocks have changed in that stretch. Three more. Notice if it gives you a little more range of motion. Last one. And then slowly come up. We're going to do it one more time, except now the blocks will be on the next level up, which is on their side. So you'll be a slightly more bend in the knees. And on the 5th one, I want you to hold the forward bend. Exhale, come forward. You should be able to reach much closer to the feet than the toes this time, and you'll get a different stretch that'll move into the low back as well as the hamstrings. So less on the calf muscles. 4 more. 3, 2, and the last one we're going to hold. 5 breaths here. And then slowly coming up. Remove the blocks, extend the legs out, and just notice the contrast, especially in the hamstrings here and the calf muscles at the end of that sequence. Straddling the legs into a wide V shape, but once again sitting on the edge of something, and I'm going to recommend you have a bolster handy. So I'm going to roll up my blanket, my towel, burrito fold, and that will be my seat, sitting on the edge of that burrito. Gives me a forward tilt in the pelvis, legs extended. Keep your blocks handy. Toes curled back. Now, while this is working the hamstrings still, it's also opening up the adductors. 3 or 4 breaths. And then just simply sliding down towards the feet. Exhale, inhale, coming back up. We'll do 5 of the movements here. One more. And then grabbing your blocks once again, take the blocks on the low setting and bring them under the knees. Same shape, but with knee prop. And let's notice the difference. Exhale, forward. Once again, you should be able to come closer to the feet. Inhale up. That's it, good. Three more. Two more. And one more. And then bring the blocks to the next level up. If you're using something other than blocks, just add a layer of blanket or cushion. See, there's quite a bend in the knees now. Unfortunately, my pants are black and they meld into the background, so it's a bit hard to see how much they're bent. And coming forward and hold for 5 breaths. Slowly come up, remove the blocks, and just hold the V set with extended hips, toes curled back. That's it, good. Reaching forward. 5 breaths here. And then slowly come up. Bending the knees. Let's lay on the side body. Like you're lying on a lounge, Cleopatra pose, I guess you could call it, or George Costanza pose. You can have a strap handy. And you can lie on either side if you want to keep an eye on me. We'll do both sides. Bring your top knee up towards your face and back down towards your foot. So you're bending the top leg and then straightening it. Bend. Knee comes towards face and then straighten back to the other foot. Keep going. Now the next time the knee comes up towards the face, grab the knee with your hand, slide the hand down towards your ankle and grab the ankle and start to pull it behind you. Almost like you're trying to put your foot on your butt behind you. If that's awkward for any reason, put the strap around the ankle and grab the strap and pull on the strap back towards you, and that way you've got the strap to pull on and tighten and lengthen the quadricep. If your hand starts to walk or find its way closer to the toes, that's fine. It'll also give you an ankle stretch. And to begin this quadricep stretch, simply bring your top shoulder back and arch your back a little more. And that should give a little more length to the quadricep to open up. Give yourself time to settle into the stretch. This is one of those really important stretches that we don't often do, and the quads get so tight. So keep working this stretch through pressure of the arm pulling back on the foot. And if your quadricep is lengthened enough, you can lay on your belly for a moment. Keep hold of the foot and use this shape or this position to enhance or amplify the quad stretch. 5 more breaths here. When you're ready, you can release the stretch. Come back to your sideways position. And notice the impact there. It's going to work the low back a little bit. So before we go to the other side, I'll get you to come onto all fours. Hands under shoulders, knees under hips. Lift the head, arch the back, lift the tailbone. And then tuck the tailbone round the back, drop the head. Repeat that movement, cat and cow, 5 or 6 times. Give that low back time to acclimate after that long back bend. And then slowly widen the knees and let the buttocks drop back into child pose. In child pose, make sure you support your head. You can use your fists or blocks. Make sure the head is relaxed. So this is also giving the quads a stretch, but also the shins and the low back. And then we'll lay on the other side, the opposite side to what you were just on. And once you've gotten into that lying position, bring the knee up towards the face and then straighten the leg back. So you're just moving the top leg. The bottom leg is straight the whole time. And the next time the knee comes up towards the face, capture the knee sliding down to the ankle, to the foot. And bringing that knee back towards the other knee. Grabbing the ankle with your hand or strap. Now work the top shoulder, so that top shoulder is always coming back. You're actually getting a stretch through the front of the shoulder into the chest here as well. And this is what creates the back bend, the contraction in the low back. Keep working the lengthening of the quadricep. At any time you feel that top quad is lengthening, you can opt to lay on the belly. And that will give you a little more zing as the quad opens up. Let's do 5 more breaths in this shape. Each breath is an opportunity to deepen the stretch, if you like. And when you're ready, release, relax. And we'll do exactly what we did last time, where we make our way to all fours, coming into cat and cow. Releasing the low back. And after 4 or 5 repetitions, make your way into wide kneed child pose, resting the head as well. Giving the low back time to traction out. Five more breaths here. And then slowly coming up. And we'll work on the hip flexors here, which tie into the quadricep. Hip flexor is often overlooked. I'm going to recommend you start with blocks and bring the blocks to the top of the mat. And let's step your right foot forward. And I'll turn sideways so you can see what that looks like. So 1 foot forward, and then start to gradually walk the back knee inch by inch backwards until you get, I would say, a delicious stretching out through the hip flexor. So you're extending the hip, you're extending the knee joint. And now to finish the triple extension, point the toes of the back foot. That will give you that little extra zing now. And this is where you can control the stretch, the intensity of the stretch. As you lean forward, the weight comes into the blocks. As you push the blocks away, the weight comes off the hip flexor, so you can come into that hip flexor gradually with some pulsing weight bearing forward. Once again, you're kind of looking for that Goldilocks spot, that spot that feels, oh yeah, I got that. But it's not a grimace, it's not a retraction or a pain, it's just right. And you can hang out there. So it's a part of the quadricep that often gets overlooked in our stretching. Now you do have options here. If you find over time you've got more to give, you can even bring the blocks down and bring your elbows onto the blocks. That's definitely going to add more sensation to the hips. Five more breaths. Now you come out slowly after such a long stretch. I would use the blocks to walk back, and you're going to float that front leg back to join the back leg. So you're on all fours. You can stay on the blocks if you like. Even a little cat and cow here just to see how the low back feels. And then you'll step the other foot forward. Once again, I'll turn it sideways. While the weight bears down on the blocks, you can inch your back knee back, so you can kind of walk it back. Once again, you're looking for that, oh yeah, there's the right spot. Not too much, but definitely getting into that rear hip flexor. Hip extended, knee extended, now ankle extended, and there it is. Point the toes. That should give you a little more zing, a little more stretch. And then settle in. Just take your time. You're melting into this shape. You're not force fitting it. At some point, you might even bring your elbows down onto blocks. And here for 5 more breaths. And once again, when you come out gradually, bringing the hips back, blocks back, hands on shoulders, knees on the hips, cat and cow. And then coming on to your sit bones. Standing the feet nice and widely on the mat. And we'll start to windshield wiper the knees from side to side. And then gradually allow that windshield wipering side to side when the hips feel a little lubricated. You can swing the opposite arm and create a big spinal twist behind you. Firstly one side, then the other. So you're sharing the love of the twist right up through the spine, into the neck. The head can turn and look back as well. All right, coming back to neutral, that's preparing us for deer pose. Now with deer pose, the setup is simply, let's say take your right leg in front of you like this, standing the left foot on the ground beside you. And you can see I'm leaning into my right hand because what I want to do is bring that back leg, inner knee down. So if I look at my legs, they've created the Z shape, the Z shape if you live in a other than American country. And I tend to get a little cramp right up here in the outer hip. Okay, so I'm looking at my legs, and they're in the classic Z shape, still leaning towards the right side. Every now and then you'll see me straighten my leg because I've got that cramp. So I'm going to come forward now, walk the hands forward, coming onto your elbow, and then your other elbow. So you're getting this low back, right hip, right outer thigh stretch. If your elbows don't reach the ground, put something underneath the elbow so you get that chance. I'll turn again a little bit sideways so you can see what I'm up to. Both knees are 90 degrees. As you acclimate, as this feels comfortable, you can start to walk your hands away from the head, creating the antlers of the deer. Just walking out, spreading the hands, creating a stretch now that goes up into the rib cage. Once again, you're looking for that non-grimace zone, that pain-free zone that still feels good. You're feeling something, and a good indicator will be your breathing can be steady and easy. Even though you're flooded with stretch sensation. 5 more breaths here. Walk the hands back to lift you up. Let the hands do all the work. And then we're going to swap sides. So once again, the top knee and shin is 90 degrees. The back one is as well. This time you're leaning into the opposite side, at least initially. If one or both knees don't reach the ground, just prop them up with a blanket or a cushion. It's a bit hard to see. I'm black on black, aren't I? Let me just take my trachea off. That way you'll be able to see it a little more clearly. There you go. Those lily white legs popping out on my mat. And then you can start to come forward, elbows down. That'll give you a little more stretch sensation. And you're just waiting for acclimation. As you acclimate, you can start to reach your hands forward into the stretch. Five more breaths. Walk the hands back to lift you up. And standing both feet on the outside edges of the mat. We'll bring some lubrication back into the hips. Firstly with windshield wipering the knees and then adding the arm swing with spinal twist. Good. And then we'll make our way down onto the back. Have your strap handy, knees together, feet apart, traditional teepee pose. Simply giving the back time to settle. And to turbo boost the settling of the back, as you breathe out, press the low back into the mat. Relax the back as you breathe in. Press the low back into the mat as you exhale. So you're tractioning the back with each breath out. And you're relaxing the spine as you breathe in. And this is going to bring flexibility to your spine. You're going to feel the low back arching and flattening with each breath. Three more breaths. on the next inhale, bring the hands behind the skull, clasp the fingers together, open the knees out, the soles of the feet touching into double butterflies. So elbows out, knees out. If at any time this gets too much for the hips, prop up the knees with blocks or cushions. Now, just like teepee pose, except in reverse, when you breathe in, push the knees and elbows down a little deeper. Relax as you exhale. So you're arching the back as you inhale. Relaxing as you exhale. Just a small movement. Three more breaths. Now keep the hands where they are, keep the upper butterfly open, but bring the knees together and ankles together, feet flat on the floor. So your legs are together, and you should feel the low back tractioning into your mat. Take a slow breath in. As you exhale, pick your head up. So you're holding the head up with the hands. Legs stay joined. And now slowly close the elbows towards each other. So you're pressing against the sides of the skull. Low back is into the floor. Feet are flat on the floor. Head is held. There's a little core work here to hold you up. Start to squeeze a little more. Elbows against sides of the skull, and then as you do that, you can gently lift the skull up, squeezing it between the hands and elbows. Just tractioning it out. Getting some of that tightness in the upper neck, the trapezius muscles lengthen. Now slowly lower the head, slowly lower the head. Remove the hands and pick the knees up. Grab the knees, holding the knees in towards the ribs. Squeeze a little more. Grab the kneecaps and slowly turn the kneecaps in a circle. Let the hip remain passive and relaxed. So the arms are doing all the work. Rotate the opposite direction. And then slowly let the feet come back to the floor and cross your right ankle over the left knee so you create a nice figure four. Pick the figure four up so the left foot comes off the ground and you're pulling the figure four towards your hips, towards your ribs. You can use your arms to pull on the figure four in whatever way you want. You can even reach your right hand through the figure four and pull against the shin and put a strap around the shin and pull against the strap. It gives you a little more joy, hopefully. Release the left foot to the floor. Keep the figure four and bring your hands out 90 degrees from the shoulders, palms face down. Lift the hips off the ground and roll onto your left hip, but keep the figure four. Ideally, your left knee is on the ground. If it's not, put something underneath it like a cushion. Ideally, your right foot is on the floor. So you've kept the figure four into this lumbar twist. Now take your left hand and push the inner thigh, that right thigh, away from you. And the left hand, the other arm, the right arm's going to come up over the head. So really opening up the rib cage here in this figure four twist. Three more breaths here. Release the arms. Come back onto your back slowly, slowly. And relax the legs. Come into a brief, relaxed Shavasana before we go to the other side. And use Shavasana as an opportunity to simply notice how you feel. what may have shifted from that last sequence. And then bending both knees, feet on the floor, this time crossing the opposite ankle over, figure 4. And pick up the figure 4 and hug the figure 4 towards you on this side. Squeeze a little more. You can even grab the shin for enhanced sensation. Five more breaths here. Keeping the figure 4, bring the right foot back to the ground, hands out to the side, palms down. Come into your figure 4 twist. And as the figure 4 twist settles, you can use your arms here, push the inner thigh away and reach with the left arm over the head. So opening up rib cage and unclogging the pelvis. Five more breaths here. And in your own time, release and come into Shavasana. Let everything go. can stay in Shavasana as long as you like. And when you're ready, you can transition slowly, gently, to a final seat. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.